Hey guys, Wexdarn here, welcome back to Let's Play Sonic the Hedgehog 8-bit. We're now going to Scrap Brain Zone, which is the third and final zone to take its inspiration from the original Sonic game, basically. Kind of lost what I was trying to say there, but this is a lot easier than the original Sonic game, I've got to admit, in terms of how it's laid out, because as you saw there, the flamethrowers kind of have a lot shorter range, as does the electric generators. I mean, don't get me wrong, they'll still kill you, but there's a lot smaller range that they can actually hit you with now, so it's not as bad really. Let me just hit the switch. Also, if I recall correctly, they're a lot shorter than the Scrap Brain Zones from the 16-bit version. I'm not sure if that's just like a limitation of the cartridge or anything, but I believe this might be the end already. Yeah, less than a minute, you see? Told you it's a lot shorter. So, yeah. And we got the 10,000 time point bonus for that, like, Jesus Christ. And we're already into Scrap Brain Zone Act 2. Now this one, I think I'm safe in saying that this one's kind of an obscure Chaos Emerald to get. I believe, yeah, I think it's... No, I'm wrong. Like, you'll see what I mean later, but I don't think we do it here. I kind of got mixed up with where I was supposed to be going. But it should all make sense. Now we'll just continue through this. And oh, look at the caterpillars in this version. They're adorable. Don't care that caterpillar isn't deadly at all. It's got like these cute little buck teeth on him. He's adorable. I want that shield. There we go. Now I believe the exit to this room's to the top right because it's a 2D platformer. The progress is always to the right. Got some rings here though, which is nice, I guess. Just running against the, or running with the conveyor belts there at the end, but yeah. Oh, I remember now. I don't know what I think I was going for earlier. It like, oh, I remember it more now. You'll see. I was just going a bit prematurely for it, but. Okay, so you want to take the uphill path if you are going for the emeralds. See, so cross one gap. You remember I jumped down the third gap outside. There's why. Turns out it's a secret passageway. We'll go in this teleporter here. Chaos control! That was stupid, but yeah. And there is our 5th out of 6 Chaos Emeralds. So not doing bad. These guys are adorable. These little pig enemies. Now some of these doors that you come across will only open one way or another, and the way you can tell is like the reddish orangey semicircles on the door. Like if they're on the side you're walking to, then that door can be open for you. But like what has to be done here is you have to. Right, so what happens here with the switch is like obviously we can't reach it from here, but if you come in from that entrance you can build up enough momentum to actually make it to that platform. So we have to leave it so the other door is open. And we'll just we'll see that again later. But no, look at the caterpillar. No. So cute in this version. Anyway, what we have to do is head back the way that we came to where the slope sort of splits in half. And then we have to take the other end of the slope. So, here we go, downhill. Got all that revving up noise, but yeah. So, anyway, in this section, you just have to keep going downhill, left and right, to reach the end of it. But be careful going down this way that you don't go into a slope, because it kind of, you know, ends that way. You won't die if you go there, but like what they intend you to do is reach the bottom without, you know, falling like that. So yeah. Right, so what you have to do is try and make the jump across to that thing on the other side, but it can be kind of a tricky jump to make. I was half hoping I would actually fail the jump then, just to show that it is a tricky jump to make, because you can just whack Sonic's head on the outer wall, but we made it first try, so now...
Chaos Control!
Here we go, guys. Up here. And you can see that this is a... Oh, I got it wrong how we were entering the door. I thought we was, you know, building up enough momentum to go this way, but no, we needed that switch flick to open this door down here. So we can go through to the other side. There you go, Sonic. You just made it through somehow there. And that is kind of nasty, but hey, at least nothing's going to kill us down there. It's just waste time. There we go. Yeah, this game likes to be a bit annoying with its spring placements, gotta admit, but anyway, we're out of here. I didn't feel like too bad or too long a stage. We've got our 5 Chaos Emeralds and an extra life. Not entirely sure what triggers the Sonic sign, or if there is a trigger, if it's just random, you know, but hey, I'm not going to turn it down if it wants to show up for me. And now we get on to the quote-unquote boss of Scrap Brain Zone. Because, to be honest, really not that tough of a boss. Basically it's more you're running through a maze and just sort of figuring out how to get to Robotnik, because you can tell it's not your typical boss stage because you actually have rings here. You know something fishy's going on when you've got that in a boss stage in this game, but yeah. I'm just messing with the door there. Hey, if you go around this way, like, because I was wrong about that, like some of you might have seen that there was like an extra life capsule, like an extra life monitor or whatever to our right. So if you go down this pathway, like it's a one-way trip and you'd have to make like a loop round once you picked up the life, but there's an extra life there if you want it. I think we're set because this is one of those games where you can have more than 9 lives, but it will only show 9, and unless like you're going on a level transition like between one level to another. Because you might have seen as we were going in here, we've got plenty of lives, so yeah. But anyway, what we gotta do is just catch up to Robotnik, who somehow outspeeds Sonic. He's pretty impressive, I'll give him that. But anyway, now we're taking this platform up to the final zone of the game. And I've got to admit, I actually really do dig like the ominous red and black background. It's kind of impressive, especially for an 8-bit game. Like, 'cause it is sort of like looming and intimidating, so it's pretty cool. So yeah. And here we are in the Skybase zone. Final zone of the game. You can see we've got 12 lives there, so I don't think we needed the 13th. Now, this level's kind of cool. Like, we're sort of in the sky. We've got like a lightning storm going on all around us that we have to avoid, and we've also got the turrets, and the turrets can't be destroyed, even though I believe they're sort of like based on like a model of the gun from the 16-bit games that was destroyable, so my first instinct was to sort of like jump on the gun, and unfortunately that didn't pan out for me, so yay. I'm just gonna grab the shield power up and duck. Yeah. Well, that was a good use of the shield. And that ring. Man, this cannon's just relentless. Alright, here we go. We'll make it through to the end. Okay, so this annoying enemy is like one of those spike enemies that we saw earlier, but will not shoot their orbs. So what you basically have to do is look the other way. Well, not even look the other way. They'll just sort of like crawl slowly towards Sonic, like, but only go left or right, like no up or down. You have to wait for them to be far enough away that you can actually make the jump. And oh no! But yeah, like, they're not that hard to get past. It's just annoying that you've just got to wait, because there's literally nothing you can do to that guy unless you've got an invincibility power up. Just saying. Anyway, these moving platforms, they will only move whilst you're stood on them. So if you jump, then they will stop completely, which I have to use here just to get past the lightning. So, and again, we're going to jump until the lightning goes, and then we're on our way. So it's kind of a nice use of those platforms, rather than just, you know, outright riding them like that. So, yay! These ones are just regular moving platforms, so no need to worry about those. And with 0 rings, we get Dr. Robotnik. And we move on to the second stage of what is it, Skybase? I want to say it's Skybase. Yay, Skybase Zone. And we also have where the Chaos Emerald is hidden on here. But it turns out Robotnik has already found one of the Chaos Emeralds. Yeah, you have to take this secret platform off to the left and just ride it. What we're basically doing here is there's like a sequence of these platforms that you've got to jump like one to the other, and also dodge a little bit of cannon fire that's going to be coming our way. Oh, we're just going to jump on here, hitch a ride, and just abandon that other platform. And we're just doing this just so we can sort of ascend vertically as well, because you might notice these platforms go horizontal and not vertical really. Except for this one. Well, yeah. Well, I mean, it's kind of a trippy effect, and I didn't expect to see them try and tackle this in, like, 8-bit, but, like, what's actually going on here is, like, it's just the ship just basically, you know, bobbing up and down through the air, and it's really cool to see. And here is our final Chaos Emerald. Well, that moment of glory got snuffed out pretty quick, but as soon as you pick up a Chaos Emerald, it is in your inventory, so you don't have to worry if you die. Like, you now have that Chaos Emerald with you. And you do like, after you pick up that Chaos Emerald, there's just like a short sequence of cannons that you need to dodge. And after that short sequence, you do end the stage there, so what I'm going to do now is, now that I've got all 6 Chaos Emeralds, I am going to play through the stage how it should be played through. And just watch out for cannon fire everywhere. Because the turrets are just constantly rotating here. And then what you're basically looking for is just looking to climb the ship, so look for the ladders a lot. And also these guys from Stardust Zone. Right, very short stage, this one. Sonic, what are you doing? I didn't realise this was where the You see, I've only actually beaten the stage before, like, the Chaos Emerald method, really. Like, but yeah, that's where like the Chaos Emerald section joins up again, so we're actually very close to the end there, and I'm sorry to get myself killed right there. Well, I just had a realization of what was going on, so yeah. Like, there's nothing we can really do with this little guy, you just have to wait for him to explode and then sort of try and dodge his lava shot. But yeah, I'm gonna take the Chaos Emerald route just because it seems safer, and I'll join back up with you guys when we get to that chain bit. Right guys, here we are. This is basically where we got our Chaos Emerald. There's the chain I was talking about there. Because I was surprised that that was where it like rejoined. Because I was like, oh, that's pretty cool, you know. I just go left in here, then head all the way right. All the arrows pointing you to the right, but and we got a ring bonus, which is pretty nice. But yeah, that was the last actual platforming level. We are now moving on to the final boss. Like, it's a pretty short game, this. What is it, like an hour in total I'm going to be playing this game? It was pretty short, but hey, I'm not complaining. It's less for me to edit, you know? Just saying. And it's a pretty fun game at that. It doesn't like overstay its welcome. But basically what is going on here is our primary goal is to hit the tank that Robotnik's standing in. And Robotnik has a button in there that every time he jumps, it launches an energy blast from that yellow spot just above the tank. And fortunately, if Sonic runs all the way to the left at the top of this ramp, that energy ball will never touch us. What you can also see scrolling across the screen is this electrical barrier that goes between the 2 points. And yeah, that's another fun mechanic that you've got to avoid. And it has pretty erratic behaviour. Like it starts out like just basically chasing you across the stage once you've hit Robotnik once, but then it starts to just like randomly turn on and off as it pleases, and that can be the thing that really kills you in this fight. Is just trying to time a run just after like the energy ball sails past you, and just after the barrier's down. And then, like me there, you can get greedy and try getting multiple shots in on Robotnik. The only time I'd recommend getting multiple shots in is the very first part of the fight. You can easily get 2 shots in before the barrier gets you. So, there you go. Just wait for the barrier to get over here and cut out. And like I said, get to the top of this ramp and it's perfectly fine. This fight actually got changed quite a bit from the Game Gear version, in which the energy ball's still there. Like, the energy ball thing's still there, but it can hit you pretty much anywhere on screen. And also the floor is made up of 3 different flamethrowers, which activate like at random, and like Sonic can get himself burnt there. So it's not a pleasant experience for Sonic in that fight, but yeah. I feel like this one is like the... I'd probably say this one's the harder one, because... And like, when it's harder when... if it's harder than when the flamethrowers are on fire, like, the flamethrowers are the floor, that's saying something, but in saying that, that one's kind of easy as well. It's just with this one, like I said, the electric barrier thing is really completely random. Like when it wants to turn on and off after a little while, so... Anyway, once we've done that, we've broken the glass, we have to catch up with Robotnik again. I'd love that grin. Just saying. Anyway, he teleports off, so what are we going to do, Sonic? Teleport straight after him, I guess.
I'll use your technique.
And Eggman's just sailing along there. Robotnik sailing along there.
Chaos control!
That's the best use of a teleporter ever. Now, if you didn't collect all the Chaos Emeralds, it would have ended with Sonic just whacking Robotnik on the head. But because we have the Chaos Emeralds... What? Do you think it was worth it? Do you think collecting all those Chaos Emeralds was worth it to get rid of all that pollution and stuff up there? All the smog and the smoke and stuff? I mean, I thought it was fine, but... but yeah, that's literally the only change that happens in the ending. So, yeah. I'm not sure if it counts your continues for bonus points, I'm afraid, but who cares about the points, really, other than actually, you know, get an extra life. And that's exactly an extra life for the special bonus. How great. Well, yeah, that was Sonic the Hedgehog 8-bit. Specifically the Master System version. I like it. I don't think I like it as much as Sonic or... well, much as Sonic 8, much as Sonic 16-bit or Sonic the Hedgehog 2. You know, Sonic the Hedgehog, original character, do not steal. Yeah, now we just got this like nice chilled out version of the music for the credits, which is kind of cool. And this is Sonic when he was still attempting to have a band, or I guess he just split from his band and went solo for a little bit. But yeah, like, it's sort of a weird animation loop that they gave him for this ending, where it looks like Sonic gets pretty happy, then he gets annoyed and wags his finger at me, and then gets happy again. Like, apparently I just keep bothering Sonic. But yeah, I think this is a pretty fun game. If you have a Master System or a Game Gear, probably should check it out because it's a lot of fun. And like I was, and like as you heard, I'm pretty impressed by how much stuff looks still good in this game for being an 8-bit game. I thought like a lot of it was still kind of impressive for what it was. So there's that. Also, this game's been released on like virtual console stuff. So just saying, like, if you want an easier way of getting it, try looking at like virtual consoles. Maybe what is it, like Mega Collection stuff. And I know for definite it got released as part of like Sonic Adventure DX. If you can go like find and pick that up. But anyway, that was the end of Sonic the Hedgehog 8-bit. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you're all having really great days, and yeah, see you later.